Most of the trading advice you get out there from all of these traders telling you to stay away from the news is all pretty much bullshit. Following things like a fib or ICT or SMC and AI trading signals, a lot of these people are actually just making their money from selling you some type of trading signal group, not actually trading themselves. Trading is very much a skill that you need to practice every single day in order to get better at it. Today, for example, is FOMC, which is the Federal Reserve's interest rate decision. They will announce if they're lowering, pausing, or raising interest rates today. This can affect the entire economy and, of course, the markets. My name is Josh Paveo, and I'm a day trader who focuses not only on technical analysis, but also the things that actually make those technicals move. And today, we'll be trading the Fed's interest rate decision. I have two possible outcomes based on market expectations that I can see through using my news terminal. This is a great tool to use because the Federal Reserve is known for being forward-guided, which means they'd like to give what the markets are expecting. And 99% of the markets right now are priced in for a 25 basis point rate cut today. If that happens, I don't really see a good tradable opportunity from that. We're most likely just going to get consolidation, which just means sideways price action. But if we get a surprise, a pause, or even a rate hike, which is very unlikely, I'd be looking for gold and NASDAQ to sell off. So the rate decision's about to start. Let's get right into it. So if we get a 0 in the surprise, that means we got kind of nothing, like nothing, no surprise. 3, 2, 1, 0. So yeah, they did the 25 basis point. Right now, gold not really moving too much. Dollar's actually, I talked about this before, Bank of England. You take a look at dollar, it's actually pushing to the upside. Remember, technically, let's see what it does. No, it's starting to drop. Let's watch gold. I'm going to put an alert on gold, and I recommend the same thing. If you guys do see a push above this little area, it would be, I'm going to move this off the screen too, but if we see a break above this little order block on gold, it would be an area to look for buys. If you're getting in now as it's starting to push up, just be careful. Look at dollar. I don't want to you see how it's kind of flipping back and forth? It was strong, it was weak, and now it's strong again. This is what happens when you get what's expected, right? I talked about this with the Bank of England rate decision too. We got the pause. It was already expected. We saw pound strength. So I won't be surprised to see dollar push up a little bit on this because the markets were already 100% priced in for the cut. If you're going to try selling, I talked about this before too, if you're going to try selling gold or selling NAS on the expected rate cut, you want to see breaks below the support at the very least on NAS. Be careful because like I said before, NAS is not bullish right now because of interest rates. It's bullish because of the election. So this interest rate isn't really a reason to sell NAS for me. With that being said, if you get closer below the zone and you want to take a stab at it, at least technicals will be in your favor and you just have to monitor it. Gold, on the other hand, where it's still, price action isn't the best in terms of taking sells here, you are getting some bearish price action. Take a look at the dollar. Dollars, just be careful. I don't want to talk about taking gold sells. You are seeing some dollar strength, but if you see here at the top of this candle, this is hitting a resistance area. I think there's a pretty good chance dollar might consolidate here, even though the initial reaction is strength. So just like, if you're looking at Euro USD, it's sitting at a support. Oh, here we go. We just got some comments from the Feds now. Committee judges, the risk to employment and inflation are roughly in balance. That's still bullish for gold. Inflation has made progress, but somewhat elevated. Labor market conditions have generally eased. They're not saying anything. Comments like this is why the press conference is annoying. It is helpful, not annoying. These comments don't tell us anything. The labor markets have generally eased. Economic activity has continued to expand at a solid pace. We already know this because we pay attention to the economic data, right? So none of this is going to impact the markets because the markets know this. That's why we pay attention to inflation data, labor market, NFP, and all that stuff. If anybody is in gold sells or if you're taking that break of support, it still doesn't look bad. You have to be careful on playing this battle of waiting for that candle closure or just entering impulsively because it broke this support as we saw that dollar strength. There's nothing wrong with entering this impulsively because you have dollar strength backing it. Just be careful if you're the person waiting for a closure because there's nothing stopping this from coming all the way back up and just consolidating. Realistically, where I was saying if we get breaks above, we just got the opposite, right? Dollar strength came in, even though it was a pause, which was kind of expected, and you get that break below. If you get this closure, it looks good. Pay attention to DXY. It's breaking that area that I was just talking about too. So at least that's in your favor now, right? Euro USD looks good. I know you guys are looking at that one too. Dollar strength looks great. This is exactly what I was talking about before. When the markets, even though technically a rate cut's bearish for a currency, the markets are already expecting it, right? We've been bearish on the dollar all month. Or, well, not all month, but for a year. So this is a nice pullback, and then we'll see what happens at the press conference. Because at the press conference, like a couple of the things that we need to pay attention for, like I put in this little cheat sheet, we need to hear what they say about the labor market. I don't think it's going to change their view. They're most likely, one of the biggest questions I have is, are they going to make comments about the rate cut at the end of the year? Because the markets are still expecting another rate cut. So they either need to confirm that rate cut or push against it. And we'll see what they say. But like I said, be careful. You get that closure on gold. It's already recovering about half that candle. You just need to see if it holds. So right, DXY recovering a lot of its move already too. So we'll transition over to the, I hope if there's any questions on everything I just explained, let me know. But we'll transition over to the Discord and watch any comments from the feds and see what they say.
Longer term.
I'm watching the FOMC rate decision right now. This is the press conference after the rate decision actually come out. This is the importance of having something like a news terminal or a newsfeed, or having access to one, because you can even see, if you look at the headlines that Powell is saying in my newsfeed, risk to achieving goals roughly in balance. This comment comes out about 90 seconds before he actually says it on the live stream.
This is to achieving our employment and inflation goals as being roughly in balance.
So you can see, as I was just talking, he just said that, but the headline's already right here about achieving goals roughly in balance. The markets will react to headlines before you actually see it in the live stream. If you're on YouTube, it doesn't matter. You're getting a delay, so the markets are already going to be moving. This is a lot of times why you'll see volume coming in, you'll see gold like melting or gold taking off, and you don't really know what's going on, and then maybe a minute or two later, a comment said. And you think the markets have something you don't. It's a news term. So I'm going to keep watching this to see if he says anything important, anything that gives me an opportunity to take a trade. Well, nothing happened during the rate decision while he was speaking, and also even after the Q&A had finished. The markets didn't react all that much because they were already expecting the outcome that we got. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If there's anything you guys want to see, maybe that you trade, I can make a video for it. Just let me know that that's what you want to see. Leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.